you get to stay busy, and like things like Quarantine Preme leading in to stay busy. You see, oh, this nigga's like growing into like a boss. You know what I mean? And like now I've seen it and been in so many different lanes with this shit and seen so much with this music and a lot of things that I can talk about shit different because I've been through it now, you know. And stay busy is just like that's the motto. Stay busy, don't play busy. And I was me saying like I still kick all this shit and give y'all update of why I haven't been like in y'all face like that. You know what I mean? And like songs like the lesson was like straight up like shit I went through. Like I got the money. It took me a minute. It's only gonna take me a second to spend it. Back then I was stressing, but now it's a blessing. I took all that bread and I started a business. Straight up, you know what I mean? Like.
And we back with Get Free TV, where knowledge applied is power exercise. I am your host, KT the Intellect. We got a special guest in the building today, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Skirt himself, you feel me? DELA PREME in the building, you know what I'm saying? Chilling,
That's my brother.
You know what I mean?
That's my dog, man.
Hey, yo, appreciate you coming to the Get Free TV channel, you know what I'm saying?
It's overdue.
About to get into it, facts, it's overdue, you know what I'm saying? You been a big pillar in the community out here, you know what I'm saying, over the past decade, you know what I'm saying? Had to get you on so you could drop some wisdom to the people, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some motivation, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But you know what I'm saying? But for the people who don't know, you know what I'm saying, who are you? Introduce yourself to them.
DELA PREME, man, straight out of Glendale, Arizona. Man, Arizona's my life, man. I've probably been in every little piece of it. But like as far as history of my life goes, but yeah, man, everything, man. Skirt is AVOT, man. I'm just a connector of dots, you know what I mean? Facilitator of dreams and ideas, you know. I'm definitely here to create more leaders. That's the most important thing, you know. I'm a father. I'm an artist, and I am one of the people that care about making sure that AZ is always represented the right way, the culture is represented the right way, and that we're always looking like a good investment to the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? So like. That's my legacy, you know, and I think that shit is very important. But yeah, I started with the raps. Everybody know me from the raps, man, from Kid Preme to DELA PREME, man. So yeah, well, shit, we gonna get into it.
Yes, sir. Yes, we're gonna get into it because right now I think most people know you from like, you know what I'm saying, the movement you started, you know what I'm saying, the venue you got, AZWayTooActive, it's on the hat.
AZWayTooActive, man, the biggest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Salute, man.
Y'all really putting on for the city, for the whole state, you know what I'm saying? Y'all doing some real big concerts, some real big events, you feel me? And more importantly, y'all bringing the community together and bringing people, giving people a place where they can, you know what I'm saying, showcase their art. Throw an event, throw a party, throw a function, and be safe, you know what I'm saying? And just out the way with it, you know what I'm saying? And keeping it positive, you know what I'm saying? And productive, you know what I mean?
Very, very important, man. Be kind, stay active, man. That's our motto, but we definitely want to make sure that we're, showing people how to do shit the right way. So that, like, when you moving in this world or moving in the industry, you know how you're supposed to handle yourself and how people are supposed to handle you. So, like, it starts at home, you know what I mean? So, like, putting on events or having like a place for people to be able to do like stuff like markets, you feel me, or like art walks or like anything, you know, like we're here to facilitate anything, but like we want to make sure we're teaching you how to do it the right way so that you can actually grow with that shit. Because like we've had like, it's a blessing and a curse, but we've had like the opportunities to be able to go through a lot of the shit that we can help y'all with. You know, and we can help you skip a lot of the speed bumps, you know, like that are unnecessary type shit. And we don't hold game. Anybody that knows us and knows me especially knows that I don't hold no game, you know what I mean? Like, I don't gatekeep and shit per se or none of that. Like, you talk to me, I talk back, but, you know, we want to make sure we ain't wasting time because, you know, that's the only currency that we have for real in this world is time. That's right. You know, so I don't play with it. I don't expect nobody else to, you know. I stay busy. I don't play busy.
Yeah, that's what it is, you feel me? And I can, you know what I'm saying, be a testimony to that, you know what I'm saying? We done done good business together. We done thrown over 10 events together from open mics, you know what I'm saying, to battle rap events. The Free World Market coming on January 28th. You know what I'm saying?
It's been over 10 events?
Yeah.
That's fire, Kate. Hey. He a super alumni. You don't even know. Hey man, salute to my brother. He really believed in us too. We were just building shit from the ground up, you know. So people say it take a village, but I feel like it takes villages to build a kingdom and shit. So like we contributed, and we like minded. And KT, he see the bigger picture, he see the vision, man. Like whatever he need, I got him for life, straight like that.
You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how we moving. And we're really about to bring Phoenix together. It's really bubbling out here right now. A lot of artists bubbling in the city. You feel me? And Get Free and AZWayTooACTIve. We're trying to bring them together and give them a place where they can showcase their art. You know what I'm saying? Really push their hustle. You feel me? And that's even what the free world market is. Also to give entrepreneurs a place where they can sell their wares, sell their products, and promote their businesses, you know what I'm saying? And really create an ecosystem where we can have somewhat of a parallel economy where you can have business and make money on your own side, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to have performances, you know what I'm saying, food trucks, you feel me, live band. It's about to be crazy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're about to get it popping out here, you feel me? But yeah, that's January 28th. We're about to run that the last Sunday of every month. We're really about to run that up, you feel me?
Facts.
But you know what I'm saying? But before we get to all that, you know what I'm saying, I want to start at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Rise of the Black Lion.
Oh, you real for that?
Rise of the Black. What does that title mean to you? What is that? Where does that come from?
Dang, it's so crazy thinking about that too. I like my dreads are like this big. I shot that cover art in my projects too with my boy Devontae, and that's so crazy, bro. Like it was right there in the VCP projects, and that was my first project. Everything I transitioned from battle rap to like making music, because I started off as a battle rapper at the Bridge, and once I got to a point where I felt like I wanted to do more with like my artistry, like don't get me wrong, I love battles. I love battle rap, man. It's like I feel like that's a warrior thing. That's something that like a lot of artists should go through because it gives you tough skin. You learn how to rap without background vocals. You know, it trains you to be like witty and like on point. You have to be quick with that shit.
Facts.
The era I came from, we freestyled a lot, so I didn't write my shit. So like I went on my battles and it would be off top. So like you have to be super quick with it for shit like that. And then like I said, with the skin being tough, like if you say something wacky, you would hear silence. Where niggas would bleed.
Yeah, facts.
A lot of niggas can't go through that. Like some of this generation now, their skin's not tough. Taking constructive criticism is something like they rather beef with a nigga trying to give them game or help them like grow and shit. Like we had to go through the ringer with that shit. So I feel like that was a huge part of like why I'm able to even last to this day, because I went through like a gladiator type of like beginning with this shit. Then Sully, my brother John Sullivan, man, salute to the GOAT. That's when my dog's in 7th grade. We went to Osborne Middle School together and shit, and then like we just did this and we ended back up together. And he put me in the booth for the first time, for real. So like let's start building this shit. And we made Rise of the Black Lion. And like that project took a while to make, man. Like I had my whole family on that shit. You know, like everybody. If you listen to my albums, I always have like people who are close to me, whether it's artists or family members on it, because I showcase that shit because I'm really family oriented. Like my family is a full speed family. It's tatted on my back. You know, that's like where all this shit comes from. And I always want to make sure I'm showing love or paying homage to the people that make me who I am. Like I'm big on that shit. Like I'm real transparent with my music. Like none of it's gimmicky, you know what I mean? We don't follow trends. I am who I am, and my music comes as I grow. And that was like my first real time of like showcasing who I am and shit. And I was going through a lot at that point, man. I went on tour for the first time, you know, like just had my son, like started growing out my hair and shit, you know. Started really trying to take that shit serious, and that was a big deal for me and Sully because it was representing both of us, and it took us time to build that shit. And like I'm really proud of that project, man. Like first time spending a lot of money. That shit costs money, y'all. Don't think that it's like something that people are gonna give you for free or it's gonna be handed out, you know. Like I've been blessed to be able to go so hard with music to where I've never really had to like work a job for real, like ever, unless I chose to. Like unless like life forced me to, and that's only happened like one time for real. Like out of these 10 years of me really doing this music shit, like 8 of those years I did not have to work a job. Music paid for my bills, take care of my family, and I'm blessed for that shit. A lot of people can't say that shit.
That's
you
right.
know what I mean? So like I feel blessed that I can even like be in a position like that and been able to go through it. But like that project started getting me booked for shows, like. I had big records on that shit. A Million Nights was the biggest record on that shit. I used to perform Million Nights fucking everywhere. Like, everywhere, man. Like, I'm known for my performances. I got that from Battlefield too, because I had to perform doing that shit. So like, I live and die for the stage. Like, I feel like I leave my body when I get up there. It's like it's not even me. Like,
and you know, it's crazy. Speaking of that, you know what I'm saying? I think it's around the same time. One of the most iconic shots in the Phoenix Underground. You know what I'm saying? He was at the Full Moon Festival.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You was going crazy. I think you was on top of somebody rapping. You know what I'm saying? Had you on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You could feel the energy of the crowd. You could feel the energy of the room through the photograph. You know what I'm saying? Like, they say a picture speak 1,000 words. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really had to. You was in sync with the crowd. They was feeling what you was putting down. You know what I mean?
I hope when they talk about Arizona hip hop, because I know we pulling up our own chair to the table. We making our own table, and like entertainment, sports, tech, business, real estate, like as a whole, Arizona's growing, right? I want, and I hope that people want to tell the real story of this shit. They gotta talk about pictures like that and moments like that, because we were taking over the underground. They weren't letting us book our shows at none of these venues, bro. Like, the reason why we even got to a point where we have AZWayTooActive to start having our own shit is because they were keeping us out. Like, and I don't know why, and I don't speculate why, I don't care. You know what I mean? But whatever the case was, it made us adapt to have to build shit on our own. And our older generation didn't have no choice but to do that shit. So, like, moments like that, you see what the Full Moon Festival is. Y'all know what the Full Moon Festival is, look it up. But like, my brother John looked at, I remember when that shit was a drum circle in the back of our house. And that's just one of the biggest fucking festivals in Arizona right now. Thousands of people go to that shit. Whenever he announces it, like a drop of a hat, they just did Fear Farm.
Facts.
That's huge. That's huge. That's
Fear Farm
space. What the fuck? From the backyard of someone's house with like 12, 15 people, with just like homies and rappers and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And DJs, people just getting their words off, and that's just vibing to a festival that can be at the Fear Farm. Like, that's nothing short of amazing. Like, we've had good examples around us too, so that helps with the building of like something like how we've done AZWayTooActive, and being able to notice like-minded people and want to build with them, because I know what the energy is supposed to. I know what it feels like. You know what I mean? I've been blessed with that, and like that picture, bro, that's one of the craziest moments in underground. There's a lot of legends in that picture. A lot of people in there that people look up to right now and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we were going crazy during that time. That was like a crazy peak, you know. And like, we're just getting started, which is so crazy. Like, but we're a part of this history out here. We're a part of that shit, and like, I'm proud of that shit. I'm glad you brought that shit up. I love that fucking picture, bro.
Hey, bro,
that night was crazy, dog.
Okay, they got something going for sure.
Yeah, man, that shit was wild, man. Can't nobody tell that shit.
That's facts. So, you know what I mean? So that's the first release. You know what I'm saying? Rise of the Black Lion. We're gonna move to the second one. We got Skirt Day, right?
Yeah. So like Skirt Day. So if you look at the time gaps from Rise of the Black Lion to Skirt Day, it was like years in between. You know what I mean? Like, when me and music, I've always like looked at myself as like a timeless artist. I don't ever let like my fans or like unnecessary pressure dictate when I should or when I have to drop music. I don't care. Like, I don't work on the same timetables as other people. Back to that concept of time I was talking about, right? My 24 hours ain't the same as somebody else's 24 hours, you know? My year ain't the same as somebody else's year. We moving on different seconds. We use them different. So, like, when I make music, I wanted to always showcase, like, growth every single time. I always want to make sure I'm showing that I've been through some shit, so I'm not just talking about the same shit that I was talking about when my hair was short.
Facts.
Because if there's no growth, like, I wouldn't believe in it.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to follow an artist that never made it out.
Right.
Or even if he hasn't made it out, he ain't doing nothing to change where he's at. Or even like, there's no growth in that. You're just going to be the same nigga forever. That's cool. I can't be. You know what I mean? So, like, that's just the king in me. I know you the same way, KT. I can't go for that shit. So, like, I space out my projects. So, Skirt Day, you know, not on purpose, but like life happened. My mom passed before I dropped Skirt Day. So, like, it was hard for me to even make music for a little while, and like having like family and people that gave a fuck about me, my friends and shit, like, you know, they all know who they are. That was like a crazy time for me. Like, I was super depressed. Like, I was just to myself. I didn't want to be around nobody, because like my mom was like, she's my hero. G, like, I was a mom's boy for real. Like,
and I see you be keeping her memory alive. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? You always invoking her name, talking about her. You know what I mean? And what was your relationship like, you know what I'm saying? And like, how did that, you know what I'm saying, motivate you to do what you do?
So my mom had me when she was 16 years old, G. She moved from Indiana. I'm gonna get my shit be jumping. My bad, Joe.
Oh, you good?
Put this shit on silent, man. AZWayTooActive. Let's put this shit on silent. But she had me when she was 16, and she moved from Indianapolis to Arizona with me when I was 1 year old, about to be 2 years old. And our relationship, like, she was a young mom, she was making it happen, and she moved out here with my grandma and shit. And like, my mom was the only child, so like, she was just making that shit happen. My mom was like, she was a track star, cross country. She would travel across the world doing track and field. She was a first chair viola player and shit, very intelligent, you know what I mean? Like, super cool at art. Like, I take literally all her qualities. All of her kids do. It's like it's like split amongst all of us. I'm the oldest of 7. And she, our relationship was crazy because, like, I think when I was younger, when I was going through it, we had like more so like a brother and sister relationship at first. Not so much like a mother and son relationship. She was young, growing up, learning how to be a mom. You know what I mean? Right. My mom was a hustler, though, like, and that's what led her to my dad. You know what I'm saying? They both were and shit. That's why I'm like that. But like, and my daddy from Oakland, so like, you know, I have like those hustlers in me. But my mom, like, she would do anything to make sure we were straight. Even to the point when she passed, she had shit set up for us that we didn't even know she did that shit. Like, where did it even come from? Where did the time come from for you to even handle that? You know what I mean? But she was always like that. She was a party planner. She put shit together. Like, that's probably why I'm good at throwing shows and events and shit. Like, she did that shit. Like, she used to run clubs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, and she never saw like a big, like, endpoint with that shit. She was just good at that shit. She was good at a lot of things. You know what I mean? But she had to put all those things kind of on hold to be a mom. So like, but she was so good at it, you know? And she was big on education. She made sure I went to Brophy, you know what I mean? She never let me play about school, even no matter what the area we were growing up in, because I was wilding out when I was young. When I became the age she was when she had me, I got kicked out of the house. And I still had to go to Brophy every day. Because I can't fuck up the investment that my family put into me and make sure that I become something. So like, she went hard on me, but she made me who I am, so I gotta keep her spirit alive because like, without her, I wouldn't be nothing. I wouldn't have found my love for art. I wouldn't have like had the will and the strength to be able to get through things that are hard and feel like that there's something on the other side of that shit, a better version of myself on the other side of that shit. And at first, I couldn't hear her when she left. Like, I was right there when she died. Like, and I know, and like I don't want to talk about this shit, but like it's like she was my everything, G, and like she was the one who always told me like, follow this music shit, you know what I mean? She was always front row on my shows, bro. The last show she was ever at was at the Rebel Lounge, bro. I haven't been back there since that shit. I showed her something to get up out of here and like make sure that I'm like, you know, she raised me as a king. She like, since I was big, all of us, she raised us as like royalty. Like, we don't know no different, you know? I think a lot of parents, especially black families, you should always raise your kids like that. That's where we come from. Facts, bro. If you don't know what a king or a royalty looks like, you can't even recognize it in other people. Like, you know, this world will confuse you and have you thinking that we not that, and we are, bro. Like, we are to the fullest. Like, otherwise we wouldn't be able to get through so much shit and still be here. We wouldn't be able to overcome so many things and like be beacons, you know? Like, I went to a church school and didn't care about church like that. You know, I was forced to. You feel me? Then after high school, like I lost my faith, and then when she died, you know, I believe she went to heaven. I couldn't believe in that if I wasn't like strong in my faith. So even after she's gone, she brought me back to God. You know what I mean? So like, it's easy for me to talk to her now. I hear it. She like, even when I'm going through shit, like, you know, and everybody goes through shit, but I don't even stress anymore because I know she's looking out for me. I feel like how she was when she's down here. She's bringing all my blessings to the front desk. Like, she's talking to God, making sure we straight, like how she used to cuss out my principal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I remember her. That's how I always remember my mom, you know? Like, and she speaks to me loudly. So, like, when I got to that point and was able to make Skirt Day, those are some of the best fucking songs I ever made because I like transformed into a whole new Preem. Like, you know, like my hooks were better. Like Here, 1 second. But no, like with Skirt Day, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause Get a Life, right? Yep. Get a Life. It's gotta be top 5. You know what I'm saying? Songs Phoenix Underground history. You know what I'm saying? I love you know that. That's fire, G. Yeah, that song changed my life. That's fire, that's what I'm saying. I want to get into that. You feel me? Because you know what I'm saying? He was on the radio. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was the first time, but he was on the radio with it. You know what I'm saying? That was the first official time for real. Like, shit being in rotation. And we was on 101.1, 98.3, and 104.7, and Kids all at the same time. That was big for me and Sully, man. Like, that song came directly from my mom. That beat, me feeling that beat, and wanting, like, I don't rap on beats like that. No one's ever heard me on a beat like that up until that point. And it's crazy that that's the song that everybody likes, like, so much for me and shit.
Yeah.
It go like that, though. But, yeah, that album was all her, man. Skirt Day is all my mama's spirit throughout the whole thing. Her anger, her hustle, you know what I'm saying? Her heart, and just me putting that shit to beats, like. And, like, salute to all my niggas that helped me bring that shit together. I got fire features from family on that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a crazy-ass project, but it is what I needed. Like, music to me is therapeutic, you know? That's my therapy. Like, I would record with Sully even if nobody listened to my music because I need that shit to, like, that's like my diary and shit, you know? I don't know how rappers do it when you be lying all the time.
Fact.
I don't know how y'all do that shit.
Fact.
Hey, salute to you though, because I mean, some niggas make hits out. You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like rapping is so much easier when you really live the shit that you're rapping about. Like, it ain't hard for me to not like. I can make music like this because I really go through that shit. You know what I'm saying? It never really stops. But yeah, it's therapy for me. But like that, I needed that to happen so that I can be able to move on to the next stage of my life and shit. So like, Skirt Day, man. Yeah, that's it, man. You hear my babies on, my kids on that album and shit. Like, you hear my whole family's on that shit. You know. They with me at all times, even when we not together at all times, because we big like that. But like, yeah, Skirt Day. Hey, go check that shit out. Rise of the Black Lion, Skirt Day. You gonna hear the growth too. You gonna fuck with both of them. You know what I'm saying? It's all fire, but you gonna hear the growth for real. Hell yeah. That's what's up, G.
Hell yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, yeah. I do my research, you feel me?
We had Audi on that shit. Audi was crazy in the streets. Go ahead, man. I'm about to bump Skirt Day when
Hey, listen, you should too, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? And then your latest album, you know what I'm saying, Stay Busy, right? You know what I'm saying? What was a different approach you had to take from, you know what I'm saying, from Skirt Day to Stay Busy? What was that like on to your third album?
Stay Busy, you see me like I'm more you see me becoming more of like a boss. Like those other two projects is me still growing, like, and figuring out, like if we stayed on the concept of a lion, because the Rise of the Black Lion, if y'all, I'm a Leo and shit, I'm a lion, you know, so, like, that's always been, like, something that's been big in my life. I don't know hella shit about, like, zodiac signs, but I know mad shit about lions, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of shit about me, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I was growing my mane out, you feel me? So, like, Rise of the Black Lion is like a warrior album. You know what I mean? I'm fresh out the trenches. You feel me? Skirt Day is like you see me growing and becoming like an artist and shit, and realizing that I can, like, you know, be a star and shit. And then you get to Stay Busy, and like things like Quarantine Cream leading into Stay Busy, and shit. Oh, this nigga's like growing into like a boss. You know what I mean? And like now I've seen it and been in so many different lanes with this shit and seen so much with this music and a lot of things that I can talk about shit different because I've been through it now, you know. And Stay Busy is just like, that's the motto. Stay busy, don't play busy. And that was me saying, like, I still kick all this shit and give y'all an update of why I haven't been like in y'all face like that. You know what I mean? And like songs like The Lesson was like straight up like shit I went through. Like, I got the money. It took me a minute. It's only gonna take me a second to spend it. Back then I was stressing, but now it's a blessing. I took all that bread and I started a business. Straight up, you know what I mean? Like, if you listen to my shit, I be talking about what I'm doing, and like, and then it happens. And now we're AZWayTooActive and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all this other shit that we've been on. It's good, GG. Love, family.
Get the camera on.
Like, you straight. It's good, so I love those. Nah, but yeah, man. So like showing that growth and shit, and we were going through crazy time. We were traveling a lot during that time. You know what I'm saying? I was going through management things during that time, figuring out how I want to move in this shit and like what I want for myself. You know, seeing like the industry in a different way, knowing like, you know, getting pipe dreams, all that dumb shit. You know what I mean? But I just understanding what I want to be to this shit and how I'm my legacy. So like, and then just giving these niggas hits, bangers, choppers. You know what I'm saying? Like, check out all three of those projects. Wait till you see what I got next.
Hey, yo, we was at the crib the other day. He showed me. I ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I mean? I'm saying he's sitting on some heat. I'm gonna just say that. God. You know what I mean? So we seen the maturation from DELA PREME. You know what I'm saying? From you said from Rise of the Black Lion to Skirt Day to Stay Busy, you feel me? And then you link up with Ben Fly, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all come together, y'all start AZWayTooActive, you feel me?
So
how did that come about, and where did AZWayTooActive originally start?
Okay, so during that time of that picture we were talking about, well, the full moons, Benji, my twins from Oceanside, he came out here, and me, him, Bill, Lamar, like, all of us were getting booked a lot. Like, we were getting booked a lot. We were getting booked a lot on the same underground parties, same, like, shows and shit, throwing our own shit. Especially me and Benji, we were always throwing our own shit. So, during that time, he was always like, dang, it's crazy. Like, people don't even understand, like, how active it is out here and shit. Me not even being from here. And he's like, I didn't realize how much active shit there is out here. Like, we should have, like a hub or something for everybody to be able to find that shit. And then, like, me and him and the homie Bass, this man and Stabs made a hashtag of AZWayTooActive, and it was just, like, a big-ass thing on Twitter. And they would just be, like, everybody use that hashtag to get everybody to know, like, what's going on that's dope this week or this weekend and shit. And it went viral on Twitter for, like, 2 years. And it went crazy on Instagram and shit. You have to use the hashtag right now, get you guys hella engagement for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, on Facebook and all that shit. And then COVID hit, and we all had to, like, chill for a while.
Right.
You feel me? So, like, during that time, it was still building. And then we ended up linking back up and doing the live. And, like, Benji started doing the live at his house and started going to his crib. And we started doing the live every single Tuesday and bringing in guests. And just running that shit up and reviewing people's music for free, just off the strength. And then we started getting so much music that we had to start charging to skip the line. $10 skipper shit. Skipper, everybody know what's up with that shit. And it's coming back. We're coming back with that, by the way, too. You know, I ain't gonna say too much, but y'all gonna see what's up, man. We 2.0 in that shit. But yeah, we stacked up those $10 and got our very first room in our first building and shit. And we used it just for the podcast. And in that building, the owner, Amanda, salute to her. That's our big sis. She showed us mad love and gave us our first building. She saw our potential and let us start throwing events in the back part, like where the warehouse was at. We did a couple of events there. She saw the big vision, and we ended up like getting the whole building. So, like, we turned that to our first headquarters and made that building our whole entire building. And we had 2 studios in there. Salute to Mikhail, homie David. I had a podcast room, green room, you know what I'm saying? Event space in the back where we threw hella events. To this day, we've thrown 362 events in less than 2 years. Stamped that AZWayTooActive from that space to a bunch of spaces that we run now because of the success of that space. And we didn't know it was going to turn into this shit. Like, it started as a hashtag, you know? We just wanted people to know where the dope shit was at. You know? And now it's this big, beautiful thing that we built for the community that's a part of our legacy, and it's like something that's selfless. Like, you ain't never seen me, and like, you know, KT can attest to that, and all y'all can too. And I'm not saying it never will happen, but just so y'all know, like, it's not really about us. Y'all have never seen us promote me and Benji's music on that page, ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some niggas would have something like that, and they would immediately, like, you know, they would get trigger happy, and they would just start using it to push themselves and shit. Like, they don't understand there's a bigger picture. You can't act like you're here for the community if you're really not. You know what I mean? Like, and we ain't here to eat off of the people who eat with them, and everybody who knows us knows that shit, because everything we've done has been off of word of mouth and good testimonies and people, like, spreading the word about us. That's been a blessing, too. Everybody don't really just get to do shit like that, in that way. Like, you know, they have to find other ways to get attention and to get business, but we've been blessed with that. But we moving with God, you know, like, none of that shit is coincidental, you know, none of us meeting each other, even us, like, none of that shit, I don't believe in coincidences, you feel me? Like, we never knew it, that was going to hashtag returns all of this, but I'm glad that it did, because now we know, like, what our purpose is, one of them, you know what I mean? And, like, it's turning into something so big and so beautiful. Follow us at AZWayTooActive on IG. It's AZWayTooActive on everything. If you need anything, we facilitate that shit. We're trying to just connect people. We the pipeline to the culture, just like Get Free is. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we on. And that shit is important to help build infrastructure and continue to make Arizona look like a good investment and shit. So, like, that's how we built it, man. And now it is what it is. We take it. We have seasons of interns. We have seasonal interns every single season. You know what I mean? First quarter interns, like, the interview's about to start. We always get about 10 to 15. You know, it's a 90-day trial. So, like, we're always trying to add more people to the family. Like, so it's getting crazy, man. It's dope. I've met a lot of people that I never thought I'd meet off of this shit. You know, like, connected with a whole bunch of just in game. You know what I mean? Just like, and noticing that the people at the top don't have a problem giving game, and they're already collaborating. So like we X'd out all the politics and hating and all that weak shit, because like that's what stops the money. If that's what y'all care about, y'all care about money. That's what y'all care about. That stops the money. That immediately stops the money. All that emotional shit stops the money. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's big game you're giving to the people right there, especially the young niggas out there listening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be walking around emotional out here. You know what I'm saying? You want to get some, bro. You want to get to this money. You got to be logical. You know what I'm saying? Everything got to be, you know what I'm saying, matter of fact. You feel me? Like, matter of fact, it's all business. You feel me? But if you're doing business with your homies, you're doing business with your friends. Everybody win. You feel me? And that's what Get Free. That's what AZWayTooActive. That's what it really started at.
Let us
you know
be an example of that shit for real. This is all family shit, and it takes a team. Like, it takes a team. Don't ever think anything like that you see from like any of us is done by one person, or like just me, or just my twin, or just KT. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have people that really fucking like believe in us, and we believe in them, and that's why we're able to do these things for everybody. And it takes that. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't win a championship without a team. You know what I mean? All pieces matter. Like, think of a car. Like, if one piece in that car don't work, the whole car fucked up.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, on some skirt shit. Like, so like, if one piece, you feel me? Like, if one piece is fucked up, the whole car is not even a useful car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, let's make sure that we thinking about things like that when we want to build with people. And like, you can't take shit personally. You gotta be like willing to take constructive criticism. You gotta be down to plan shit and set goals and follow through with them. You gotta be able to stand on business and be a man or woman of your word, and be able, and communication is important, and patience is so fucking important.
Facts.
Patience is, we did this shit for 2 years, like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't rich off this, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and if that's in the stars for us, fire, you know what I'm saying? If all we did was change a bunch of lives though, way more fire, you feel me? And like, it takes hard work and dedication, long nights. Like, my schedule is crazy, bro. I don't have, like, I talk about not having a job. Like, sometimes I miss all that shit because I had a set schedule. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, these are the only times I have to be at this place. And then this is the time I get to, like, some people's lives are like that. And I'm not nobody, because you got to make it happen for your family at all times. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? You know, but now, like, I'd be lucky if I get like 3 to 4 hours of sleep a day. And I space them out. I take naps like Abraham Lincoln and shit. I mastered that shit. I can make myself go to sleep right now. No,
you wild. No, that's real talk though. Like, the dedication, you know what I'm saying, the motivation y'all show. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's inspiring to see, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand how many times I see y'all going hard. I'm like, okay, yeah, Get Free gotta go hard too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know what I'm saying, what y'all doing, it all features what we doing, it feeds into what y'all doing, you know what I'm saying? And that's what really the free world market is really going to be about, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to give entrepreneurs and artists a place where they can all come for free, you feel me? And like a 10, you know what I'm saying? You got to pick up some, see some new art you ain't seen, try some new food you ain't seen, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's what it's really about, just bringing the community together and really like doing something productive and positive, you feel me? Where we can all learn how to get some money out this too, like, you know what I'm saying? Because we young entrepreneurs too, we're not just artists. And I feel like people like overlook that aspect of things, you feel me? Especially the youngins, like, you really want to do your own thing, you know what I'm saying? Then you got to understand how to sustain that by having money making ventures coming through, by having different multiple streams of income, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, most of the years he was doing it, he didn't have to work because he had streams of income coming in. Like, to a lot of young dudes, like, you know what I'm saying, that sound like the dream. But you don't understand, like you said, you putting in more work than a regular dude putting in on a 40-hour work week. You know what I'm saying?
Putting in like 80 hours.
Exactly, more, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's on you. The harder you work, you know what I'm saying, the more you get. But the less you work, the less you get. You know what I'm saying? The job, you just show up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really based on how hard you working unless you got some commission-based situation. You feel me? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got to get Ben Fly on here too. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, exactly, I feel like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, there's going to be a documentary on everything that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying?
And like, to piggyback off of what KC's saying, like, if I had to like map it out for y'all, this is what you do. Whatever you good at, whatever you love, right? Master that shit. You know what I mean? Suck up game from people who are better than you at it. You know what I mean? Make sure you put yourself in situations to learn from people who are doing it at a consistent level, at a higher level, even at a lower level, so you can learn from both sides and see how to do it right in the middle. You know what I mean? Master that shit and then build an ecosystem around it. So when you build an ecosystem around it, all of it feeds each other. And then you'll look up and you'll have these multiple streams of income. You know what I mean? Like, I mastered being an artist first, and I'm still mastering that, you know? And from that led me to being able to make merch, you know?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people know, like, I've sold out probably more merch than, like, a lot of people, like, in music type shit, you know what I mean? And, like, I should really put more focus into that shit, but I was only, like, testing that shit out, really learning how to master that shit, you know? You know, but I know I can because I'm building this ecosystem, and I learned to like being better at marketing, to doing shows. I was a rapper, so I was at shows, so I learned how to throw them. You know what I mean? Like, and I built this whole entire ecosystem to be able to feed myself and feed my family. You feel me? So like that's just my example. So whatever y'all do, if y'all master that first thing and build an ecosystem around it, you won't have to worry about doing things like working a 9 to 5, and like you'll be able to break generational curses and do things that you love. And, like, you know, and that's what it takes. It takes being able to find that, handle that, build shit around that, time manage that, you know, and like live your life, bro.
Facts, bro. Yeah, I think you said something real important. Like master what you want to be good at. You feel me? Like having a skill is very important. You know what I mean? You can't just be walking around with no skills. And I feel like that's a lot of the plight a lot of our people, especially young dudes, find themselves in because they ain't got no skill set. You know what I'm saying? They went to these public schools, they didn't really teach them nothing, and they may not have been motivated to learn nothing themselves. You feel me? So now you find yourself in a certain situation where you're older, where you should have a skill set. You should learn how to build a house or build a company, you know what I'm saying, or put this together, do this service, but you ain't got that. So then you resort to doing something you shouldn't be doing. You feel me? So like, I feel like that's major key. That's major game. Master what you got to master. You know what I'm saying? Build the skill set you got to build to be where you want to go. You know what I mean?
Facts,
that's facts on that. You know what I'm saying? So moving forward, you know what I'm saying? I know you sitting on some heat. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready to tell people when you're gonna release another single, another project, anything for the people?
Nah, man, but I'll do a mic drop performance and some new shit for KC though.
Okay, we might have to get a private session going.
I got you. I'll get a private session.
Okay, see.
Just know, like, man, I know niggas was praying. I just was doing AZWayTooActive. Praying, huh? Man, that's crazy.
No, he about to hit the A.
That's
Listen,
crazy.
About to be some competition in these streets. You know what I mean?
There is now, like, that's crazy. Y'all niggas didn't want me to keep rapping. Like, nah, for real, I'm really hyped because now I can do this shit in the real way, in the right way, and like be able to like express myself and like showcase my artistry and like represent myself in the way that people can actually know like what DELA PREME is, like who DELA PREME is, where I come from, how I represent it, you know what I'm saying, and being able to, you know, see the growth, you feel me? I'm always gonna showcase that at all times, man. Like if I ain't showing the growth, you know, then I've been fucking up. It ain't no matter where I've been at. Nigga, you been fucking up. You bullshitting, nigga. You know you been playing busy. Like, nah, we out of it. But yeah. All right, niggas. I gave niggas like a year and a half, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fun, right? I was, you know.
You said it was fun.
That shit was fire. Like, I'm a fan of you niggas. Like, I'm not a fake one either. I love niggas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas know, but niggas know how I am too. Hey, fool. You know. Hey, you know. We in this bitch. Hey, check us out, Skirt Skiggity. Speed up, man. 2024 Kobe year. You know I'm a Laker fan. Don't play with me, man. There's too much shit happening. It's not like an angel number or something. 224.
Hey, I'm the wrong person to ask.
Yeah, man. Y'all talk to the angels, man.
As soon as we get another project out, I got to get you back on here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna chop it up again. You feel me? Really appreciate you dropping by. You know what I'm saying? Giving game to the people. We're gonna chop this up. We're gonna get this out to them. You know what I mean? Because they got to hear what you got to say, and I see big things on the horizon. You know, feel me? Not just for AZWayTooActive, but for you personally. You know what I'm saying? And you know, things is going up, man. I feel like the future's bright. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing there, but ain't nothing missing but a little bit of hustle. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's about to happen. You feel me?
It's all polishing and housekeeping left. You know what I mean? And like all we can do is get better and better and better at what we're doing. You know, and just keep growing in the right way and just growing with the right people and shit. And I'm glad that, like, you know, we like-minded and we staying on the right path. My bro got a flag now. I don't know. He got a whole...
They gonna see, you know what I'm saying? The Get Free Nation coming up. Go to GetFreeNation.com, get some of the merch, you know what I'm saying? We going crazy with it, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let them know, where can they find you at? Where can they find AZWayTooActive? Plug it all. I need them to know.
I got you. Find me on IG at Skirtis Blow. DELA PREME. Everywhere else, DELA PREME. DELA PREME, not Della. You know what I'm saying? Not Prem, it's Preem. You know what I'm saying? It's big skiggity skirts, blow skirt, it's Mayfield, skirt Cobain, all of that. You know what I'm saying? AZWayTooActive on all platforms. AZWayTooActive.net to go to our website to see our interviews, our calendar, to see when we're see our shop, because we always got new merch dropping, exclusive things, and what's coming up next, because like, everything's changing this year. So like, follow us, follow the movement, stay busy, don't play busy, be kind, stay active. You know what I'm saying? And real leaders create more. Just make sure that y'all are not playing with y'all lives out here, because you only get one of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And like, if anything you feel like it's holding you back, feeling your gut, trust your gut. You know, your gut been with you your whole life. You know what I'm saying? More than anybody else you interact with. You feel me? Like, go hard for yourself first so you can be able to go hard for the people that you care about. You know what I'm saying? And don't let none of this shit that, you know, is fooling everybody else fool you and trick you out of your spot. You got a lot to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, kings, queens, don't waste this, yo. We don't even know how much time we got left here, G. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a nigga that feel like I've been wasting it and I'm making up for lost time and shit. Don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, get with it now. Like, find what you love now. Build that ecosystem. And when you're ready to get that shit up out of here and put that shit to the next level, come fuck with niggas like us.
There it is.
We got you, skinny.
There it is. You know what I'm saying? Listen, like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? And always remember, knowledge applied is power exercise. We out.
Yeah. Got him.
This life a matrix. Stored knowledge like a terabyte. Knowledge old like a trilobite. Give my soul as the cause is right. Always down for a righteous fight. Lay my life down for the light. Looking down, I can see the sight of everyone I love and like, and everyone I disdain. It's so clear at this plane that they weren't worth my rage. The U.S. be a cage. Took culture and my name. Left us half insane. Filled up with much shame. I'm here to reclaim the Afro.